Hey everyone, it's Sand. So, another week has passed, and it's time for a new event. Seriously though, I wish the game notified me when this stuff happened. Anyways, it comes rolling in on the 27th at 8 PM PDT, standard patch time. So first, I'm going to talk about the event, and then I'm just going to wrap up with the other changes that are coming. The welfare machine this week is the Tallgeese 2. It's quite the classic machine, actually, hailing from Gundam Wing. Piloted by Treize Khush Renata, pardon my pronunciation, it was created using salvaged parts from the original Tallgeese. That was the progenitor Gundam in the After Colony era. Quite the legacy to live up to. So what does this Mobile Suit Grandpa bring to the table? Well, it brings a Dober gun, a shoulder-mounted beam cannon rifle hybrid. It's capable of blowing apart mass-produced machines like nobody's business. It also has an anti-beam shield. This is mounted onto the other shoulder and hangs kind of around the elbow area. It has 2 slots for beam sabers on the inside. And obviously it has the 2 beam sabers, hopefully I don't have to explain these. And it also has a heat saber. Imagine a beam saber, but it's physical instead of a beam. I imagine this was based off of the Tempest heat lance that the original Tallgeese used, since both used heat to pretty much, heat up the offensive end of the weapon, and then you'd use it to cut through armor, and it went through like a hot knife through butter. But yeah, as expected, it's a pretty bare bones loadout. But what do you expect from what's pretty much an updated classic? Still, the heat saber sounds like it'd be a physical with high pierce, and that'd be pretty fun to use. Alright, so that's the welfare covered. So now let's look at the 2 new Gacha Gunpla that are being added to the Sokai Festival capsule. We'll cover the more iconic Qubili first. Piloted by Haman Karn, a Zeon officer after the 1-year war, the Qubili was designed for new type pilots. What is a new type, you might wonder? Well, let's do a quick summary, just to make sense of it all. A new type is, long and short, an evolved human who has adapted to space and has gained a high degree of focus and spatial awareness. To expand a little bit on that, it's usually portrayed as kind of like a sixth sense. New types can detect other new types and are able to read others, effectively predicting their moves before they happen. Some of the more extreme cases of new types actually have telepathy and/or psychokinesis. Actual solid descriptions of new types and what they are and how they work are left abstract. So outside of summarizing what's seen in the canon universe, there's no real solid defining lines of what is and isn't possible for new types. So why is this important to bring up? Well, because like I said, the Qubili was designed for new types, and I meant it. The silly looking machine packs a funnel system in its tail-like backpiece that uses a Psycommu system to function. Another foreign term, Psycommu is shorthand for psychocommunicator, which takes brainwaves of new types, which are inherently different than old types, to perform tasks. In this case, the new type is telepathically controlling the funnels. And in case you forgot what a funnel was, it's a term to encompass any independent drone-like unit that can be controlled remotely, whether by technology or telekinesis or other means. There are other names for funnels as well, like bits. So now that we've discussed what makes the Qubili unique, let's talk about the armaments. It comes with 2 beam saber rifle hybrids. They're mounted on the forearm. They can fire projectile beams and all that stuff. When dismounted and grasped in the hands of the machine, they become beam sabers. And it also comes with 10 funnels. I'm not going to explain these again. Other than that, the Qubili also comes with a mini Psycommu system. Overall, it's a rather minimal loadout, but the main concept of this machine was to abuse the funnels. Coming into Gunpla Warfare as a 4-star, I hope there's some kind of EX skill dedicated to boosting movement speed to play on the fact that the machine, in lore, has superior mobility due to the way that the shoulder thrusters work. And our final gacha machine is the Zeta Gundam. Now, it's the poster child of Zeta Gundam and also made an appearance in ZZ. Piloted by Camille Biden? I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name, so you're gonna deal with it. It was the brainchild of stolen technology and feedback from Camille. Seriously though, will we ever have a Gundam series without Grand Theft Mecha? A neat machine, overall, as it can transform into effectively a fighter jet, which is called the Wave Rider form. It's capable of re-entry into the Earth's atmosphere, and can act as a sub-flight system when it's transformed. A sub-flight system means that another machine can be placed on top of it, so the ship can be used as an assault platform or transport. It comes packed with a biosensor system, which is a knockoff of the Psycommu. Really makes you think how that technology came around. Anyhow, It comes armed with 2 Vulcan turrets. They're mounted on the head, and they're only operable while in mobile suit form, not Wave Rider. It comes with 2 2-tube grenade launchers built into the forearms. Again, only usable in mobile suit form. Optionally, however, a grappling wire can be used instead of the warhead payload. It also has 2 beam sabers, and they double as beam rifles when in Wave Rider mode. They're mounted on the sides. It also has a beam rifle saber combo. This one's operable in both mobile suit and Wave Rider forms. Pretty much it works like a beam rifle, and then it can condense a laser in front of the muzzle and you can swing it around like a sword. It also has a Hyper Mega launcher. Now, seriously, the whole Hyper Bazooka naming system is kinda hilarious to me. You got the Hyper Bazooka. Is that not good enough? Now it's the Hyper Mega Bazooka. Isn't that not good enough either? How about the new Hyper Mega Bazooka? Man, I love old shows. Anyways, this weapon is just a stronger beam rifle. It's operable in both forms as well. And finally, it has an anti-beam shield. It also acts as a nose for the Wave Rider. So like I said, it also comes with a biosensor system. It's a new type interface to help control the machine better, and the machine has sealant launchers in the fingertips, which assist in mending the exteriors of shuttlecraft, ships, and colonies. Apparently this became standard for most mobile suits. Now, this will also be joining the game as a 4-star Gunpla, and I can see it's going to be loaded with beam shenanigans. Though, I do enjoy my oversized beam weapons, so I'll mark this down as general win. Now, there's also an explicit note saying that these 2 machines will not be added to the standard capsule pools after the banner ends, so make sure you keep that in mind. Okay, so with our gacha and our welfare covered, I'll point out the obvious multiplier info again, in case you forgot. The past event welfare, the Gerbera, will be a 2x multiplier, and then there's a 5x and 7x multiplier on the gacha Gunpla, Qubili and Zeta respectively. As always, you only need 1 part from the multiplier to kick in, and it's only going to use the highest multiplier. Now, on to the pilots. Ooh boy, is that Aladdin Red again? So Nicole Amalfi joins his Zaft buddies this time, also as a 3-star. Now unless I'm mistaken, that means we're only missing Athrin Zala at this point. I wonder how long that's going to take though. Maybe a young form at 3-star, and then an older one at 4-star? I know we saw Kira Yamato's young Earth Alliance appearance in the trailer for the game, I guess we'll see. Nickel is the canon pilot of the Blitz Gundam in Gundam Seed, and that's also the welfare from Unseen Assault. I'm not going to spoil too much about him in case you haven't seen Gundam Seed, but spoiler alert, he dies. And the last thing being added to the gacha is Bernard Wiseman, a 4-star pilot. He comes from War in the Pocket, and he's considered a rather tragic character. To make his entire story real condensed, at least the last few pages of it, he becomes part of a crack Special Forces team tasked to assault Side 6's space colony Labat to steal or destroy an experimental Gundam inside. Bernard, while exploring the colony, meets a cute girl, Christina McKenzie. She was added to the game a while back. They hit it off, and he goes on his way to complete his mission. Unknown to him, Christina is the pilot of the experimental Gundam, and unknown to her, Bernard is the pilot of the machine she ends up fighting to the death. Quick F in chat for them. Space operas can be rather harsh, but at least there's a chance to reunite them, I guess. So with that, the event preview data has been covered. Now time for the other stuff real fast, just so I can say I covered it. For one, Haro is being added to the Friend Point capsule. Now I wonder if he's being promoted to 2-star, like the Artemis. And for 2, the arena was enabled a while back. It has standardized rewards for all tiers, so just participating gives you free stuff. Make sure you remember to do your daily arena fights until they turn it off again in a few days. Alright, I'm done. I'll do a follow-up when the content comes out like I did with Gerbera, so look forward to it. Peace.